Hi guys, we're back in the studio with my latest podcast of Between the Spreadsheets. I'm Stephen Englander, and today I've got my nephew, Aaron Englander. And Aaron's been a very successful entrepreneur, building up a fabulous website, and now, after several years of hard work, he's turning up several £1 million. And he's come on into the studio to tell us all about how he's done that. So, how have you made so much money, Aaron?
Luck.
Yeah,
really. The majority of it is luck, I feel.
Yeah.
No, I think a lot of the time it's right place, right time, and
Yeah.
all that. It's a combination of things, I think.
No, it is true that right place, right time. But sometimes you've got to put yourself in the right place, right time. So, how did you get started? I know you went to university.
Yeah.
What did you study? Was it? What did you study?
I
Do you remember?
Retail marketing management.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in retail. You do a lot of marketing and you do a lot of management. So
yes.
You must have picked something up.
Not in the slightest, no. Because in all honesty, a lot of the time when they were teaching us, they were teaching us for when you're the head of marketing at John Lewis or whoever it is, and it's like, well, actually, there's a whole journey in order to get to that sort of level, and they don't sort of teach you the little bits of
reality
you need along the way. Yeah, the actual reality of it.
Yeah. It's the greater analysing data, but not so much at dealing with Mrs. Jones that's screaming at you because she sent something in red instead of dark orange.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, a bit more complicated with the horsey world, but it's
but that's what you do, isn't it? You specialise in horse products and pet products.
Yeah, so we sell a wide range of equestrian companion animal supplies. It can go from supplements all the way up to horse riding gear, boots, all that sort of stuff. But it's been a real learning curve for me because, as you know, I wasn't interested at all in horses or knew anything about horses or what it incurred to happen.
Yeah, you went out with a couple though. Oh no, sorry, I can't say that. Is it? That's very bad PC, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, you can. There's no names mentioned, but a couple.
So one of the biggest problems I find small businesses have is what you touched on, is that people come into business and they think, well, I'll buy it for £1, sell it for £2. I've made £1 gross, and I can pay my staff, and I can pay rent, I can pay rates, and I can pay all my expenses, and what I've got left, I pay a bit of tax on, and that's mine to spend on the family. And it all seems so logical, doesn't it? But somehow people don't play logically. I mean, I know that I've had one of my pet hates of the relationships and the aggravation I've had from employing the wrong type of people. We've all had plenty of problems with staff, and sometimes it's best not to make a point of it because no one can ever be the bad guy, and it's always your fault. But there's other problems with things like even estate agents or accountants or lawyers, that nobody seems to do the job the way it needs to be done. They all seem to think you should do everything. So you become a master of everything, don't you? I mean, you've learned skills in marketing and in videoing. I mean, you do some great videos that have attracted lots of attention to your site, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which was the best one?
Probably the one with Nicole, my sister, falling off the horse. That was probably the my favourite one.
And that brought business into this.
Yeah, so it turned out like I think she was wearing some joppers or some boots, some leggings, and we started like selling quite a few of those particular products just because they were on the video, and it was quite. I mean, we originally did it just to advertise the website, but it sort of had a counter, a bit of extra that we didn't expect to have.
So this is the video of Aaron's little sister, my niece, falling off a horse and then having the horse walk on her, and we used it, didn't we? So there's a lesson. Use everything. You never know what's going to bring what in.
It was great. It was good fun for me.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And it brought business into you as well.
Yeah. So I had fun doing it, and I mean that side of it, I love doing. Like don't get me wrong, like I enjoy doing the other side of businesses, but for me, the videoing, the marketing, and that side of stuff, and actually creating advertisements, I enjoy the most about it.
Yeah. But you spend a lot of time still, even though you've got a successful business there, sending out hundreds of thousands of products every year, every month. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but you're still there on the conveyor belt, packing stuff and making sure quality is going out. And
if I'm needed, I'll go outside and make sure all the parcels are going out still. I mean, the team here are great that we've got, and they work to an absolute high standard, and really grateful that we've got such a good team that can make sure the parcels go out safely and on time.
Right. So if you were going to give some advice to people setting up in business now, would you be advising them to be behind a desk, or would you be advising them to be hands-on, getting the gear out?
Both, really. I mean, I mean, when I originally started off, I did everything. I did the packing, I did the behind the desk jobs, I did everything, and then sort of got to a level where I could say, well, okay, here, you do this, and you can pack the parcels here, or you can print off the sheets here, or just take the jobs off me. But a lot of the stuff that I used to do on the very first day, I still do now. Okay, I have more complicated systems that can handle such a bulk of inventory that we've got now. But a lot of it is still the same, really. In reality, it's just working more efficiently, I think, maybe is the key. But yeah, definitely 100%. If you're starting off, for me, you should be in every aspect of the business.
So it's all hands to deck whenever they're needed.
Yeah,
in whatever area they're needed. So you've always been a very hands-on person, haven't you? And you like the feel of the products. You take pride in the products that you've got.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't really care about the products. One day they can be selling handbags, and the next day they can be selling computers, and the next day they can be selling fish. It all depends what comes into them. But you're not sort of like that, are you? You want to deal in the products you deal in, and you take pride in the stock. You take pride in the service you give. I think quite often it's the business itself that gives you the purpose. So you've got this mission that you actually want to supply your goods because they're all top quality, and you want people to have the quality of things you sell. So you're selling something more than just selling a product. To you, this is every product you sell has meaning to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of inventory we've got now, I mean, for us, what I've learned very quickly is yes, the product is very important, but if we have a product, for example, that's causing customers aggro, or it's becoming too much of a hassle to correct when it goes wrong, or whatever it is, any sort of negative impact that particular product are having on my business I take it off the inventory, just because I don't want customers to have a negative experience when they're dealing with us. And I mean, it's happened a few times with some suppliers, for example. I've just ended the relationship just because they weren't providing the service which I feel as though customers do deserve and do need to have in order to run the business successfully.
And this is key, because this is something that a lot of people I hope are listening to what you're saying. I think it's very, very important that we have a sense of purpose with our businesses, and that we actually care about the products that we have. So if you're in the horse business, then you care about that. If you're in computers, then you care about the computers. And I think so many people just want to make money out of the products they sell. And obviously everybody says, no, I care about customer service and I care about my customers. With you, is that I know that this is true. And I know that you've always been like that. I mean, I remember when you were starting out in a container with a door in it.
Yeah.
What was that about? What happened
there? Barely any. Yeah. Well, that was just, I got out of uni. Sorry, that was Dina. I got out of uni, and I couldn't get a job anywhere. For the life of me, I could not get a job anywhere. I went to McDonald's, I went to Tesco, I went to where else did I go? So I applied for God knows how many jobs online, and I just couldn't get anything anywhere. And it was just. Sorry, is he making too much?
Guys, Aaron is in a working environment where he's got staff, he's got phones going, he's got people loading and unloading vans, he's got his 2 massive big dogs there. So this is what work looks like. I mean, we're very lucky to have Aaron.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Usually he's cleaning the toilets or something.
Well,
sorted.
Yeah, probably my turn.
So you couldn't get a job. I mean, I've got to admit, Aaron, I could never get a job either. And I always had a problem with anyone who would offer me a job because I used to think there was something wrong with them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. With me, I don't know. I think, as you know, growing up, I wasn't the most of intelligent of people. And and I don't know, maybe it comes across still in that sort of way that I'm going to
who's been putting you down?
Most people. No.
Well, if they ever have, I don't think they do anymore.
No, not anymore. No, it's probably that, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I think and basically, I think my mum and Kev took pity on me and thought, oh, well, we'll open up a little shop for him in a container so I can service the horse riding school customers. And it was actually Kev who said, just go and whack a couple of bits on eBay. So I did, and then it sold, and then it only made logic, to keep going with it, to add more and more listings, and now eBay, Amazon, we're probably one of the biggest retailers on there, question wise.
Yeah, I've looked at your website as well. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it really, I mean, it's so professionally done. It really covers everything, and I think something that a lot of people lose as well is that they don't have a flavor. They don't. When you look at your website, you can see an actual flavor and identity. Apart from horses trampling over your sister, you've definitely got a flavor to your business. If it's not just a name, you can see there's a whole culture going on, and I think your customers are definitely buying into it. How much would you say it's important to generate new clients, or how much you say it's important to keep existing clients happy and coming back to you?
We always want to expand our customer base. We always want to get more and more sales, obviously, as a business. But yes, it's like you said, it's maintaining those sort of customers. And I think that's where the service side of it comes into it. On the website now, we offer, as long as we've got it in stock, we'll offer next day delivery on items if you order it before 4 o'clock. We do free returns on the website now, which is things that we never ever used to do, but customers want that. So the idea is that if we offer that, they'll keep returning to us and hopefully tell their friends or and we'll expand on that way as well. But advertising wise as well, it's quite hard to get that over to people because so many websites offer it now. But like my mum has always said, you only have to be that a little bit more better than your competitors.
Don't do that to me because I get a bit intimidated.
It's all right.
I think you know things.
That one. Is that better?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You have to be that much bigger.
That's very aspirational. But the thing as well is that you have to. You've always been the sort of person that listens. So when your mum has given you some advice, even me, you do listen, and your stepfather Kevin, and you've always listened to people. You don't just take it blindly. But do you think that's important for people to take advice, to listen to advice?
Yeah, I mean, I think growing, with at the ripe old age of 32 now, I found that a lot of people are quite proud and a lot of the time want to prove people wrong. And I'm not. I don't feel as though I'm like that. I feel as though if somebody tells me something, and let's say, for example, with you've lived a whole life and ran a whole load of businesses and now, and always have been a successful businessman on the whole.
Right? Let's say on the whole.
On the whole, right?
Sometimes we need to fall big style to learn. Yeah. And
my mum included, my mum.
Yeah, I know. We've fallen together a couple of times.
Yeah. So, but you guys know what you're talking about. So if I was not to listen to you, it's really stupid of me not to. because you've already made the mistakes that I might make if I hadn't listened.
Yeah. Well, that's great that Aaron listens to me, because he knows I've buggered up most of the things I've done. So, I can't get it wrong that many more times. No, it's good advice. So listen to the right people, not.
Listen to the right people. Listen to the people who have done it, and a lot of people are quite quick to tell me how to run the business, and they don't really run anything.
I know.
So I tend not to take that advice.
I've always found that the people that should be running the country are sort of like too busy giving advice in pubs. So I've often found that.
I don't go to that many pubs, so I can't really.
No, I know you don't. But so you've started off in life. It's not like you've been handed it. You've turned up for work 24/7. You've looked after customers and taking their opinions to heart, and you've tried to see what they want. And of course, you deal with horse products. A lot of that because you've actually grown up in a riding school on a farm, and you've seen people coming and going and know what they need. So you've looked around, you've listened to everybody, and put that into a format that you can continue to grow and go from strength to strength.
Yeah.
And we're all very proud of you, and I hope you do keep going from strength to strength. And I'm sure if there was a problem, you'd get round it and come back stronger than ever. So I think I'm happy to have Aaron as a nephew and as a client. And I think if anyone can learn any from this, or if you've got any comments you want to make to me about Aaron or his business, or you've got any more queries, or you want to supply or buy from Aaron, just let me know and I'll pass your details on to him. But for now, I want to thank Aaron very much for coming in and taking this interview, because I know he's mad busy. And I want to thank everybody for listening, and I hope to see you on our next podcast next week. So thank you very much, and see you soon.